What's going on, everybody? So I just wanted to make this video real quick just to give you guys an update as to what's going on and where I've been, and just give a little update as well as giving my thoughts on the end of the Dodgers season, and also the preview this week of the Rams and the Lions. So I'm in a new location, as you can tell. Don't have a lot of access to private secluded areas where I can make these videos, so they're going to be few and far between moving forward, but I'm still going to try and put them out as often as I can. So the Dodgers lost to the Braves in the NLCS. It is what it is, I'm a little bummed about it, but at the same time I'm not too bummed. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, dealing with injuries, dealing with the rotation not being in the good position that it could have been, but those aren't any excuses to fall back on. The Braves just played better. Rosario played like a madman, and also they just seemed to play with more urgency. The Dodgers still had guys like Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, AJ Pollock, Will Smith, and it just seemed like a lot of those guys at the top of the lineup just didn't perform. So there's no excuse. Like, even with all the injuries, they could have put up more of a fight, and it just seemed like they didn't. It just seemed like they were demoralized and they were done. And that's why it's so hard to repeat, especially after, the grueling season of trying to keep up with the Giants and beating the Giants in the NLDS. After a while, baseball's such a grind, it just takes it out of you. And, I think that the Giants, even though they lost, in that first series, I think they did enough damage to the Dodgers to the point that, the Braves capitalized on it. And you got to give the Braves credit for it. They could have easily folded after Acuna got hurt, and after Marcell Ozuna got arrested, and all this other stuff that they've dealt with. But they came out swinging, and they wanted it, and they won. And you know what? Congratulations to them. It's their first NL pennant since 1999. And, from this moment forward, I'll be rooting for him. They got Jock Peterson in that trade deadline, and he paid off. Jocktober is a real thing. He helped us last year, and now he's helping them. And you know what? I couldn't be happier for him. So, congratulations to the Braves. Overall, was this season a failure? I mean, of course it is, because LA is now in this realm where if you don't win a World Series, it's a failure. And especially when you've got the largest payroll, and you've got guys, big name stars that don't show up. Like, Trey Turner, he really kind of disappeared in the postseason, which is a real shame. But, it is what it is. We'll see what ends up happening with him moving forward. We still got him under contract for a few years, but, we'll see what happens there. But there's going to be a lot of changes this offseason. I'm kind of worried about it, but, I trust the front office. They haven't missed the playoffs since, 2012. So we'll be back. Now moving forward with football season now, because it is 100% football season now. I mean, of course, hockey's there too, but, it's a little bit harder to watch hockey out here. Everywhere they show football, so. But anyways, the Rams against the Lions this week. So in the media, a lot of people are talking about, like, oh, Jared Goff, he's going to be heading home just like Tom Brady, went back to New England. Now Jared Goff's going to go back to L.A., and he should get a hero's welcome in him. And no, he shouldn't. Stop comparing Jared Goff going back to L.A. as Tom Brady going back to New England. Tom Brady won New England a bunch of titles, okay? Jared Goff choked in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. Okay, so, no. Jared Goff is... I'm so glad we got rid of him. It's the fact that he is winless without Sean McVay as his coach shows how inept of a quarterback he is. Like, I may sound harsh and I may sound mean, but the fact of the matter is that the guy hasn't won a game without Sean McVay. And it's a fact. Like, you can't dispute that. And he just doesn't seem to play like with a sense of urgency, which his coach over in Detroit has already pointed out. And to me, this comp that I've made several times over is he's the new Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler had a ton of talent, but a lot of people complained that he didn't play, with fire and passion, and he just was just kind of there to get the paycheck. And it seems like ever since Jared Goff got that massive contract, he's been in the same route. And he doesn't protect the football. He doesn't do what he needs to do to win, And when you don't protect the football and you don't play with a fire and a passion, it doesn't make a recipe for success. So I really think the Rams are going to destroy the Lions this week. Matt Stafford's going to take it to them and be like, hey, it's like, showing your ex, like, hey, I moved on to something better, and this is what you lost out on, and I really think that that's what he's going to do. This could get ugly, and this could get really bad. So I'm hoping that the Rams hang up at least 40 points on him and just really stick it to him. Maybe force an interception, force a fumble. It's highly likely. Goff leads the league in turnovers for the last couple of years, and that's why we got rid of him. So this is going to be a fun week. Just to give you guys an update and also an insight as to how it is to watch games over here. To watch this game, I'm going to have to stay up till 11:30 at night, and it's going to be well worth it because I can't wait to see Aaron Donald, give Jared Goff a nice big hug and throw him to the ground for a sack. It's going to be fun. I can't wait for this game. Anyways, guys, I will try and put out a video sometime soon. I don't know how often I'll be able to put these out. Like I said, being in my new location with my new job that I've been entrusted with. But, yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, whenever that will be. Thanks again for all your support, and you guys take care.